Is it somebody I don't my call? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? As you can see by the smile on my face, I am very excited to talk about today's video because it's very juicy out here in these streets. Hailey Bieber, I don't know what you have done to stir up the internet. Actually, I do. I have every proof of evidence. But you have stirred up the drama and stirred up the internet, and the rumors that have finally been put to rest have now been re-risen again. So, yeah, we're going to pull some cards today to figure out what's going on with Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber's marriage. However, I'm going to show you guys some proof about what's going on down in these TikTok streets. So initially what happened, this is the original video.
Relationships that we romanticize and congratulate. Most long-term relationships that we romanticize and congratulate only work because the woman is a tolerant codependent. And when I say tolerant, I mean she tolerates mediocrity, abuse, doing the majority of domestic and emotional labor in exchange for being in a relationship. And that is a contract that I am opting out of. There is no better.
And let me say that this wasn't the video that Hailey Bieber had reposted, but the account that took that video, this was the original clip. So,
for example, than Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber. People wonder how this relationship is still lasting. It is because Hailey is a tolerant, codependent woman. Hailey will never leave Justin. She is a stayer. I know some of y'all love Justin. Justin is an addict. You cannot be a good partner or an equal partner when you are in addiction.
And don't worry, I'm going to pull some more videos on about her too as well, because I'm a little bit surprised about how confidently she out here talking about this kind of stuff, but we'll get there.
In my opinion, an addicted partner is always an abusive partner. The disease of addiction is too selfish for you to be anything else. But this relationship will work and people romanticize it because Hailey.
If you want to, you can go look it up on her original account. Her name is Julie Thesis. However, this is what Hailey had to say in response to it. Okay, hold up. I gotta zoom it up on my screen. Hey, I know you guys who live on the internet are really bored, but I didn't repost any videos speaking on my relationship. Have a beautiful Saturday. Okay. Here's proof. There's literal proof. As I said, Hailey Bieber right there reposted it, and that's the post that Hailey Bieber reposted, and it's saying the exact same content that I showed you guys from the very initial video. They just had cropped her out and put some photos of Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber in the background to help give some visuals to what Julie was talking about in this instance. So this is the video that Hailey Bieber had reposted. As you clearly see, it's reposted right there as it says on TikTok, and it's no longer reposted on her TikTok. And now she's like, guys, I didn't post any video talking about my relationship, but you guys just heard Julie. She talked about her relationship. But this is how Julie had to respond when she finally got this.
Hailey reposted my video where I said her relationship has only lasted so long because she's a tolerant codependent. And then she gaslighted everyone after they saw it with their own eyes and said, no, she didn't. And then basically called everyone losers, saying that they're obsessed with her relationship and always on the internet. Okay, a few things going on here psychologically.
Everything that I just recapped.
Well, first I want to say
and the next thing she's about to do is, she's going to continue psychoanalyzing Hailey Bieber. That's all I got. She's going to continue psychoanalyzing this situation.
The best part about all this is the video that she did repost, that there's screenshots of her reposting, was my original content that another account stole. I digress though, the message still stands. So what we see here is classic deflection. And this is even what I said in my first video about tolerant codependence. It's the mental gymnastics taking place, and cognitive dissonance is kind of wild when you see it.
Wow, this is really wild, right? But no, keep listening. I want you guys to really hear how deep she went into this on psychoanalyzing, because this is where it's going to get a bit sticky for her.
Happening in front of you. So what happens with cognitive dissonance is the brain just cannot be comfortable holding two conflicting ideas. So those beliefs conflict with facts. Let's say, just in theory, that her relationship is toxic or even abusive. Let's say
We're just going to leave it at that, right? So this is what the public has to say. I mean, there's more opinions out there, but this one, I really enjoyed what this lady had to say. This, okay, spoiler alert, the one public response that I picked was a bit biased, as in it gave my sentiment, but hey, I let you know.
So for you to come on here and label him as such, as if it's a fact, sympathy is not taught. It cannot be taught. You either have it or you don't. Just like ethics, you either have it or you don't. And you got neither. He's a child star. Like, he literally rose to fame at the age of 14, 15 years old. And you don't know half of the stuff he's been through. So what is it? What is it? Why are you just attacking them just to attack them? I do understand you used other couples as an example, but why are they the main focus for you?
And that's right. Why is the main focus? Because here we go again.
from attorneys representing Hailey Bieber in an attempt to intimidate me and silence me. Of course, that's in my opinion, which I am legally allowed to have. What I shared were my opinions. It was a psychological and sociological thought piece on why some relationships last. And being offended by the opinions that I have does not entitle you to erase people's voices.
Right then and there, that's exactly her reason on why she's standing ground 10 toes down on the situation with Hailey Bieber, because she was like, I'm just stating my opinion, and just like me and the other girl said in the video, and we'll figure out what the cards have to say. What is going on, Hailey, that you just felt like you had to repost it and then unrepost it and then say I didn't repost anything talking about my relationship, when that's clearly what she was talking about and how toxic your relationship is, and you finally put to rest, put to bed these rumors, and now they are risen, awoken up out of their slumber, their deep slumber that they've been put back into, because you guys have been looking beautiful couple out here, and now we got this going on, and you're like, guys, Hailey's like, guys, please stop. Girl, what are you talking about? But then we have Julie over here who's going to, I'm not sure if she has like a psychology degree, but she just out here. So she got a cease and desist letter on her. I'll keep an eye track on that one, because
this is so elitist to me. Truly behold the temper tantrums of the rich. And this is how smaller voices are taught to shut up. I think a case like this is really important for all creators to take note of, because opinions, commentary, and even criticism of public figures is protected. And that matters not just for me, but for all of us. Keep in mind, all of this is blowing up because Hailey.
it does matter for me. I am one of those content creators that speak my opinion. Everything I say is allegedly, as we always say, running down and at the beginning of every video, and tarot reading for that matter of fact. And you can always find it in our description. So yes, we do cover our bases legally, that everything we do say is alleged and it's just our thoughts and opinions and what we interpret from the cards and just our perspective. But cease and desist.
Reposted the video of my thoughts, and then of course she tried to say she didn't, even though that screenshots exist. Now she's sending me a cease and desist on a video she allegedly never saw. Thought pieces are not criminal charges. Opinions aren't illegal.
I can't argue with her on that one. Like I said, Hailey, this would have never started if you didn't repost the video.
Just because they're inconvenient to you. But if you need lawyers to survive an opinion, you're not powerful, you're fragile, and I see it. If you want to support me in this, because
no, but hey, I'm going to be doing a reading and I'm going to pull some cards on Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber's relationship, marriage, because I just feel as though for her to be even lurking on that kind of content, why? Why? So with that being said, we're just going to shuffle these cards and we're going to see. I'll pull one card for Hailey, one card for Justin, and then I'll pull a middle card that symbolizes their relationship as a whole. Yeah. That will work. Okay. Cards just want to come out. We'll say this will represent them as a whole. Since that wanted to flash up at me. First card is going to be Hailey. The Knight of Cups. Okay. Next card is Justin. The Queen of Cups. Okay. At least they're facing each other and that they're on the same page literally and elementally because they're both cups. So let's see what symbolizes them when they come together as a relationship. That sneaky, sly little Six of Pentacles. So let's just figure out what's just surrounding them. I'm just figuring out what the relationship dynamics is going on to see if there's any validity and suspect on Hailey's part for even reposting that, or if it was simply honestly a mistake and hey guys, she didn't mean it. Temperance at the bottom. In the past, 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Above the head, the moon. Jesus. And then in the future, we have the Four of Wands. Well, most importantly, cups everywhere. Cups. We have 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, the moon, which is water, which is still more cups. Temperance down here at the bottom, which has 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the earth. Sorry, 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in water, which is the cups. And it's all about temperance and finding that balance, which is very important for their foundation. Because their problem right now is still balance. There appears to be a sense of balance, a reciprocity. Because right here, looking in this picture, it looks like in most cards we know in the Wyatt Smith's deck that the Six of Pentacles, you don't see there is a clear depiction that there isn't I don't want to say a just giving, but there isn't a even distribution of time, energy, and finances. But here in this picture, it completely eludes that fact. You would think just by simple principles and looking at it, you'd be like, oh, both children are equally getting, it's how you grab it. I'm just dropping it all together. But you don't know what's on the side of him. You don't know what's behind his back. He's just giving and giving. Yeah, he's just giving and giving and giving, but you don't know what's behind his back. Literally what the Six of Cups is the Six of Pentacles is giving. And for temperance to be their foundation and their block is the appearance of their temperance, there's the problem. And we can even see going back in their past, it's the 10 of Cups. I always say the 10 of Cups is an illusion because it's what we wish, what we dream, what we attain for. The real happy ending is the 10 of Pentacles, but the 10 of Cups is like wishful thinking, wishful dreaming. It's all good on the surface. It's all beautiful because usually rainbows honestly show up after a rainy, stormy, troubled time. So because of that, you got to know relationships has its ups and downs, just like we see here what's going on in Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber's relationship. We still see that, yes, they've had problems in their past. And yes, while they may have overcome their problems from the past, we still see that they still come up because they're still in the Cups energy. If they had fully closed this chapter on the past, we would have completely moved on from the Cups, just the Cups. But no, we're still stuck in the Cups. So that means we're still stuck in this sense of loop, that sense of phases, that sense of cycle, which is exactly what we see here at the moon, which dominates the water, which dominates the emotions and the temperance and the flows, the ebbs and flows of the relationship. That all has to deal with the moon. And we see that it is crowning over their relationship, which is great looking beneath it because they have temperance, which is a great thing to have for your foundation to bring in, to work hard. They have definitely worked hard. I'm not going to lie. That's why I said, Hailey, you have put so much time, energy, and effort into repairing this relationship. Justin Bieber has too, even though he's out here streaming. We don't hear people dogging your relationship like that anymore like they used to. So because of that, it's an up, it's a positive. It's not the ebbs, it's the flows right now, at least how it looks to us, at least that how it appears to us, as they're going to keep up that image and facade. And just like the moon and the phases, they're learning that they just can't come to the internet with anything. But sometimes the emotions get the best of you. And knowing that what moon phase we are in right now, it is a dark moon. And I know just last week, Hailey Bieber had posted this. So we was going towards a dark moon, towards a new moon. So emotions were raining. She was shedding off of that full moon energy, the first full moon of the year and the first new moon of the year. Those are the most two significant things, but also they're the second to last of this astrological year before we truly start the new energetic year in astrology, which is in Aries in March. So because of that, we still got a few more phases of the moon and cycles to clear out before the new true phase and cycle begins, basically. And that's a good thing, and that's in their favor, that whatever that they're going through, yeah, it's still in the past. They still have time to move on from it, because whatever they are still dealing with now, once it moves on in 2026, I see there's going to be some sort of shift in phase. And this slip up, this Freudian slip, I hit repost, my bad, is just the beginning of it. Now, I know I completely forgot to talk about the fact that Justin Bieber out here liking Selena Gomez's comment from a post he posted like back in 2016, or like Selena Gomez, somebody posted a picture of Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez kissing, and there was some comment that he liked, and everyone was like, oh my god. And then he posted a tattoo that like symbolizes Selena. And then how people talk about Hailey Bieber copying off of Selena Gomez. So I think it was Selena that did that or had that posted from 2016. And now Hailey Bieber goes and reposts the same kind of picture of her and Justin Bieber kissing, maybe in the same lake, but fans are starting to point out that Justin Bieber kissed both or reenacted both photos. But you know what? I digress. Hailey, if you're the fans, you know what I'm talking about and what I'm hinting at. The whole story with the triangle relationship that fans just can't seem to let go. However, because of that, there's that going on the side too, that fans are side-eyeing Justin, like, why aren't you like throwback in 2016, like 2016 Justin Bieber era, why are you over here looking at Selena and not Hailey? But they both occurred in the same time frame. So it's all those things that they're all working through. Like I said, 2026 and moving on and forward, there's going to be some new things that we're going to see coming from the Bieber household. And we see Hailey as the Knight of Cups, as somebody who is still putting in the energy, still coming back. She never really truly leaves. Even if she does, she always comes back in some sort of way. She might find a way to leave emotionally. Or maybe she has left emotionally. She's trying to find a way to exit out, check out emotionally in this relationship because it's not fulfilling her. But also at the same time, whenever she happens to face and see Justin, because like I said, the knight and the queen are facing each other. So they are eye to eye, and I don't see that there's any fighting. I see that there's love, tenderness, and care. So that TLC. So I see that they have that in their relationship, and that's really great for their foundation with this temperance. As much negativity as that's in and surrounding their relationship, they need that positivity, that strong, solid positivity to ride through these negative moments and negative periods. And I do see that. And maybe during this period, while all this is going on, that they are going to continue to look at each other and be like, hey, it's you and me until the end, baby. We don't care what anybody else says. Don't care about what the internet says. Don't care who follow who unfollow who like what, who did this, who did that. Who cares? We know what it is between us. And that could be the conversations that they have on the down low behind closed doors that we don't get to see, because we see here just Bieber's the Queen of Cups, somebody who's very emotional, which we're not surprised. But also at the same time, when it comes to his relationship and marriage to Hailey, we see that it's definitely something that is sentimental and that he cherishes. And that I don't want to say that he could be the one that's a little bit codependent. I'm not trying to psychoanalyze anybody, but usually when you think about the Queen of Cups, she could be somebody who could get so emotionally invested or drained that it could leave them feeling Like when they have their highs, they have their lows. And we know Justin Bieber can really have his lows. And that's what I'm seeing here with this Queen of Cups. And we always have Hailey right there to come pick him up and be like, come on, sweetie, let's keep going. The race isn't over. I got you. So like I said, that balance, that they got each other, the beautiful love story. Like I said, nothing wrong I am saying here, but still, there is still something right here sniffing underneath the nose. I don't know what it is, but it's something secretive that's keeping this. Is he abusive? Is she happy? Is she staying? Is it just a dream? Is she in it for the money? Is he? Just all those questions I can't answer right now. So that's what I'm going to try to figure out once I pull some oracle cards. But what I do see in their future, which is still great, is the Four of Wands. But it's even better, actually, because like I said, they're in their transitional phase right now. And because, I'm sorry, that was a Lent. And because they are in their transitional phase right now, the Four of Wands is all about that. Usually it's a depiction of somebody moving from city life, which is all high, active, sociable, to a more home, naturist, more in tuned, more slower pace of life. And that's exactly what I see what they're going through here. They're going from less social media and more at home. And honestly, like I said, I can see the improvement that is going on behind the scenes because they have been so much out of the media. That's why I'm just like, Hailey, how did you do this slip up? Why did you make this mistake? It was looking all good. Everybody was just like, oh my God, they're finally in love. Oh my God, Justin has finally changed. I mean, yes, they're still nervous about him now that he's live streaming if he's like on like substance abuse, but hey, that's just something we know Justin Bieber suffers through on the occasion. So that's nothing new on our radar for us to be concerned about. Metaphorically, yes. But so because of that, in terms of relationship, other than that, their relationship was looking pretty good, pretty solid, clean on the surface. And then we have this video pop up out of nowhere. How did it even pop up on Hailey Bieber's timeline? I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, was she out here trying to search for this? And this card still wanted to pop out anyway. What we see here is the Dusk card, which is actually very fitting because it says not quite light, it's dusk. The light is just getting ready to, the light is just getting ready to rise. The sun is just getting ready to rise. Brighter days are ahead, brighter future, brighter seasons, like I said. But also at the same time, you don't know what's going to arise once the sun does appear because things were in darkness. And when you don't know what's in the dark, once the light finally sheds some light on it, it could be like, because this card says a maybe, I could see the flip side of that. Once the dusk has finally turned to full daylight and you finally see what was no longer in the dark, you finally see what was hidden from you. You're just like, so because of that, that's what I could see, that temperance balance. That was the card that wanted to fall out, but I'm finished shuffling since it wanted to come out, and we're just going to pull, this will be the overall for them. I'm just going to pull 3 cards and see, are they happy in their relationship, or are they just faking the funk? We have support, yes. We have spring, yes. Oh, and we have a dog. Yes, and we know a dog is loyal. So what we see here, support, a support team. Like I said, Hailey's there and he reciprocates it back. He's also there for her. And we see spring. Like I said, the new future, new times, new brighter days ahead. Springtime, March, Aries, 2026, everything that has to do with new beginnings and time to plant seeds, so that way later in the year and when it's time to harvest, you have a solid foundation, a foundation that is good for, like, the soil is good, the foundation's good, with the time, energy, and dedication you put in time over until it's time to harvest is good. So once you do everything, check off the boxes and do everything right, tick, 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 then there's nothing wrong I can see on why their marriage would come to an end, which is not what I was looking for, but I do see that there is sense of communication, healthy support. And I do see that, well, no, because we know dogs do love us, and we choose, and they, the dogs pick us, and we pick our dogs too. So because of that, it's a mutual respect of, hey, I like you, you like me, we love each other, we be there for each other till the very end, till the bitter end. So till the very happy end. So because of that, we see here in the spring that that this is whatever they're going through right now, like I said, is a phase, and once in the near future, this could just be a purging season that they're going through, and that when spring comes around, it's going to look better, and they're going to look even more happier than what we have seen previously up until this point. So we just got to see what's up the sleeve for the Beavers. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber's marriage. I sure enjoyed it. What I got from it is that whatever this mishap was on Hailey Bieber's end, it wasn't. There is a sort of, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but no matter how many times I pull cards, it's always seeming positive for them. So all I have to say is that it's just a season. It's just a phase. Maybe Hailey could have related to it at one point inside of herself. And then once she realized that she has a platform and that people do follow her, and it's not like just her friends and her inner circle that's going to see it, she's just like, oh my God, what did I do? And have to go unrepost it. So, sometimes celebrities forget they're celebrities. So I'm going to give Hailey Bieber some grace on this one. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. I wouldn't have gave Hailey the benefit of the doubt if the cards wasn't so positive and in their favor for their relationship. So all I can see is that whatever this temperance balance, they're working it through it. They willingly are choosing to work through the hard times because they truly love each other and dedicated to each other and want to be there and support and love on each other. So because of that, all the positivity that they had, as I said in the beginning, are going to outweigh the negatives, and they're going to withstand whatever this and that video was talking about. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I sure did. Please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Please leave your comments down below. How do you feel about the Beavers household relationship? Tell me, do you want me to do a reading on Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco? I know people are out there talking about them. But hey, tell me down below in the comments, did you enjoy this reading? And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It would really mean a lot to the channel. Please and thank you. Become a sunflower and spread those beautiful sunflower seeds of positive energy, just like this reading was giving me. Even when there is some doubt, still stay positive through it all, because it's the mindset that gets you through any situation. So with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers!